Now to Turkey and Syria, where hope is fading fast to find survivors days after the catastrophic earthquake rocked the region. The death toll has crossed 24,000, but there are still remarkable rescues happening. Just today, a team pulled 5 members from a single family who were trapped for 129 hours. That's more than 5 days. But conditions are growing more dangerous for rescuers with every passing moment. In the southernmost province of Turkey, debris fell onto a rescue member of a team as he tried to reach trapped survivors. He was later rescued from underneath the rubble by his teammates who had escaped the fallen debris. Chris Livesay is in the disaster zone with rescuers who are working around the clock.
The sun has set on the 5th day since the earthquake. Hope is beginning to slip through the ragged fingers they've been digging with.
Rescuers are climbing inside a hole they've sliced in top of this apartment building that's come crashing down, and it's one of several scenes, all in the span of one city block. It's one of the most apocalyptic things we've seen, not to mention that we're smelling and tasting because the air is thick with dust and with smoke. Although similar scenes like this are being played out all across the devastated area.
In Turkey's southeastern city of Adıyaman, they now live among the rubble, every one of them with relatives inside, battling both the grief and the cold. Look at us, says İpek. I don't have any shoes. I don't have any water to wash my hands. We have nothing. There are more dead people here than alive. This city is a cemetery. Successful rescues do still happen. 15-year-old Ayfer sandwiched between slabs of concrete for 99 hours. She tells her saviors she'd like some ice cream. Double chocolate or white chocolate, he says, before pulling her limp body to safety. And baby Aya, which means miracle in Arabic, born amidst the rubble in Syria. Thousands from around the world have offered to adopt her, but she'll live with an uncle. But on this block in Adıyaman, there have been no rescued children today. Instead, the weeping daughter and sister of Gülsarun. It was her birthday last Saturday, 2 days before she went missing beneath the debris. Her sister, İpek, just had to bury their mother and father. If they started rescues 1 or 2 days sooner, perhaps they'd be alive, she says, and my sister would be safe.
Yeah, do you have any hope left that your sister might still be alive?
Isaiah 24:19-21. The earth is violently broken. The earth is split open. The earth is shaken exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall totter like a hut. Its transgression shall be heavy upon it, and it will fall, and not rise again. It shall come to pass in that day that the Lord will punish on high the host of exalted ones, and on the earth the kings of the earth.
Water, the source of life, is now a threat to it in El Tulul in rebel-held northwestern Syria. Monday's earthquake damaged the Afrin Dam, creating a crack that sent its waters gushing and flooding a nearby village. When you've endured war and an earthquake, wading through floodwaters is a bitter cherry on a cake soaked in misery.
We survived the earthquake, but we're displaced. My family was living in a tent, but then the flooding started. Now I don't know what will happen to them.
The water submerged houses, swamped streets, and engulfed fields. The false tranquility barely conceals the horror which forced an evacuation.
The worry doesn't stop at the Syrian border. You see, there may not have been any breaches in the dams here in Turkey, but the earthquake-hit zone here, that hosts around 75% of the country's dams. That's enough to send officials scrambling.
Officials say they're checking around 140 dams and reservoirs in the south and east of Turkey, like this one, Seyhan in Adana. Seyhan hasn't been affected, but others have. Dams in the south and east provide at least 65% of Turkey's electricity. Many communities live along the rivers which feed those dams. But officials say their biggest fear so far is what dam breaches and potential collapses across the border in Syria will mean for villages here in Turkey. Dams may impede rivers, but not the flow of catastrophes.